at the warhead. So this thing fires a beam of light at the warhead, hits it, fires another beam of light, and then flies out the way it came in. And the warhead tumbles out of space.
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. As you see in the clips before, in the first clip that happened in 1964, all right, you had Esau doing the nuclear test, shooting it out of space. And you can clearly see the chariot coming in, shooting a laser beam at the warhead. Okay, directly at the warhead. You have the body of the missile that carries the warhead. Okay, but the power, okay, the explosion is in the warhead. All right. And the chariot sent laser beam, multiple. And you can see the smoke come off the warhead, man. Okay, once the laser beam hits it. All right, and that was in 1964. All right, and for a while, they had it on YouTube some years back, and they took it off. You got to go on other platforms to find it. Okay, they trying to be slick, because I look for it everywhere. Even some time back when I was going to do something again about it, on it, and I couldn't find it. Okay, so they trying to really get rid of it, but, you know, people got copies, and they post it on other platforms. All right. And you have that second clip, which I never knew happened. That was a second time. All right. And in that clip, a chariot came in and it blew up the whole thing, the head and the body. Okay. It blew up the whole missile. All right. So these chariots, these angels of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay, are fully invested in the nuclear program. They control it, man. Okay, they control the program, not Esau. See, Esau think he's so smart. You don't control shit. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the angels control the nuclear program, okay, and preparing it for that time to come. All right, for judgment, okay, for nuclear war that's coming upon the earth. All right, let me read Isaiah 54, verse 16 again. Behold, I have created the smith that blow the coals in the fire. Right, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai created. Okay, they created everything that ties to the nuclear missiles and how it came about, the mind to create it. They put it in the minds, okay, all right, of Esau and these different scientists to create the nuclear missile, to know how. It's all orchestrated from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, let's read the second half. It says, and that bring forth that instrument, that missile, okay, that nuclear warhead for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Right. It's a waster. So it was created just to destroy. All right. Which is coming up very soon. World War III. Okay. It's going to end in nuclear war. It was all created by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for prophecy, for his will. All right. Now I have more clips that I'm going to bring up after I read a couple more scriptures. This will be a part 1 of maybe a part 3 series on the chariots, the angels dealing with these nuclear facilities, okay, and the nukes in general, okay, because we're coming to that time of war where this is going to come to pass eventually. All right, let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. Let's start at verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And they trouble us, man. Okay, even our own people trouble us, but Esau has been troubling us for hundreds of years, man. Okay, he troubles life. Okay, because he is walking death. These Edomites. Okay, so they've been troubling us. They've been oppressing us. Okay, verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. Right. Okay, Rest in the gospel. Rest in the good news. In Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Be patient. Learn the prophecies. Okay, so you can rest your mind and watch and be prepared for the time to come. It says, when the Lord Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Right. Okay, and those same angels, okay, are disturbing these Edomites at these nuclear facilities because they run it. You see, we understand that you don't have to see the angels to know that they're there. They don't have to always reveal themselves. Okay, but they're running that whole program. They're always around. Esau just don't know it. Okay, unless the angels reveal himself. Okay, but he don't understand what's going on. He don't understand. See, Esau say stuff like this. Oh, they must be mad at us for making the program. They must want the program to be stopped. No, they created the program. I just read it when I read Isaiah 54, verse 16. They created the program, man. They don't want it to stop. They want you to keep going because they are directing the thing. Okay? All the way to destruction, the waster to destroy, like I just read. All right, let's go back to verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels and flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushai. Right. And flaming fire, taking vengeance. Okay. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the angels directly are building the nukes. All right. They're doing it. Some super, super hot fire, man. Okay. Those nukes are going to display on the earth. It's going to be horrible. Okay. You have the fire from the chariots, the laser beams, which is a hot fire, a whole nother level of fire. Call it heavenly fire. Okay. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai put some of that fire in those nukes to make it real hot. Okay. To make it very hot. All right. For destruction, man. Okay. That's going to be a crazy time to be on the earth with nukes dropping. All right. So in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushai. So you got to obey the gospel. Okay. And the gospel was given to the man to teach. Okay. So you got to obey the gospel. That's why we say, if you don't listen to the instructions, you're going to die. All right. Period, man. Flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh. Okay. You got to obey the order of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. A lot of death is coming because why? Especially to 2/3 of Jake, because they don't want to obey the gospel. Okay. That's why it said many are called and few are chosen, man. All right. Verse 9, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord Yahushai and from the glory of his power. You hear that? Verse 10, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints. Right, man. Okay, the elect of Israel. Okay, who received the gospel gladly, who believes. All right, and it says, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. Right. Okay. So I have some clips coming up to finish this lesson. All right. This is part 1 of this series, man. But as you see, this is very serious, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the angels for years has been working on building this nuclear program, man, and making Esau think he's just doing it the whole time. Okay. Period, man. And one thing to think about, which you will see in the videos, the clips coming up, they're going to these nuclear facilities. They're around the nuclear facilities, and they're turning off and on the nuclear weapons, man. They can turn them off. They can fully make them just not ever come on again, which proves they control the whole thing. So imagine this. Imagine at war, say if Russia shoots a nuke on America, right? And America tries to shoot a nuke back, but then the angel paralyzed the nukes, meaning he turns it off. Could you imagine that? Okay, they can do that. Okay, they can make it where it get turned off, but then a nuke is shooting on you. You can't do nothing about it. You trying to figure out why come your nukes ain't working at that moment, man. And you getting towed up The Lord can do that. Now, we do know nukes are going to fly all across the globe. That's why the earth is going to shake back and forth like a drunk man is going to stagger. Okay, but the point still is the point. The Lord can make it where at moments where that shit don't work, man. Okay, and you just screwed. You got to take a missile. You got to eat a nuke, and you can't even shoot a nuke back. But you got a whole bunch of nukes sitting there. Okay, why is that? Because it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's program, not Esau. Make that clear. Okay, they ain't shit. It's the Lord here, man. Okay, so enjoy the rest of the video. There will be a part 2 coming. And just pay attention, man. These Edomites have been spooked for a long time, but they don't know what's coming. So with that, I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakah, Kodash, if you give me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, Akim, out there that's doing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.
I was in charge of the communications center at 28th Air Division at Malmstrom Air Force Base, Montana. I was, again, the top secret control officer there. I dispatched all the nuclear launch authenticator to the SAC missile crews and whatnot, so I had a very good top secret background to go on. One night, or one day I should say, I happened to see a message that came through my communications center. There again, I cannot quote the date, where it came from, where it was going to, but I do recall reading it and saying that basically that a UFO was seen near missile silo numbers, I can't recall, but it was hovering there, and it said that the crew going on duty and the crew coming off duty all saw the UFO just hovering in midair. It was a metallic circular object, and from what I understand, the missiles were all shut down. Since that time, a couple years ago, a friend of mine, Bob Kaminsky, a manager at Boeing, who has since passed away, in fact, he passed away last year. On the Art Bell show one night, a guy by the name of Bob Solis called in, and he was talking about this incident, and I said, interesting. He was talking about these missiles being shut down, and then later on that night, Bob Kaminsky, who had retired from Boeing, he called into the Art Bell show, and he said, yes, I was the manager, or I was the engineer assigned by Boeing to come up and check out the missiles to make certain that they, in fact, had not gone down upon their own. And he said, I gave him a complete bill of health. And I worked for Bob in Boeing, and he was a good friend of his. Even before he passed away, we had many, many conversations on the subject, and he was just a very incredible man. What I mean by missiles going down, they were not in a launch, they were in the missile silos, and they were being, I don't know what SAC does as far as activating a missile is concerned, but it's basically on a standby mode, so it can be launched. But when they say it went down, it means that it went dead. And something turned those missiles off, and so they could not be put in a mode of launching. When I was a commander of a radar squadron up in Maine at Caswell Air Force Station, Maine, we were right next door to Loring Air Force Base, was where they launched the B-52s and the...
Crazier than what's coming out of, say, your average White House briefing? No, it really isn't. So with that in mind, a fascinating conference today about UFOs and nuclear weapons. It took place in Washington. At it, a U.S. Air Force captain called David Schindele said he was part of an incident in which a UFO disabled 10 nuclear ICBM missiles. Here's part of what he said.
There has been a long history of UFO incidents and encounters, with much investigation of them from 1947 and even earlier. In September of 1966, I was the Minuteman ICBM Launch Control Officer and Deputy Commander of a launch crew stationed at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. I was involved in a UFO incident at that time where a flying object tampered with and took down a total of 10 nuclear-tipped ICBM missiles by rendering them unlaunchable.